Hey guys, I just wanted to talk about my Divine Ire Totem build. Yeah, so I'll just do a quick map showcase while talking about the build. It's basically because I got this and I decided, okay, let me try making a Divine Ire build in 2023. So, yep, let's see how it goes. Anyways, this build, I tried a few variations. I tried to go tanky, but then my totems did not do enough damage and it just felt terrible to play. Okay, I'm just gonna rush the boss to show the DPS. Okay, this map looks a bit dangerous. As you can see, I've gone full glass cannon to get some DPS, and that means sometimes in hard maps I can die, but it's not too bad. I reached level 94, so yeah. As you can see, bosses are like perma frozen; they never get to move. But yeah, let's see how we do our single target now. We are very squishy, so we have to avoid pretty much every hit. But with totem playstyle, it's like easy to do. So. Anyways, so he's dead. But yeah. So that was a quick, very quick showcase. I just finished the map to show that this character is completely capable of mapping quite well. I'm also doing essences because I've got really good single target, and so I can do T16 essences. But yeah, mostly focusing on essence and harvest to farm. But for the cost of this build, I don't think it's good enough. Like, if you want to be a hipster and play it, you can go ahead, but I think Shockwave Totem is just like better in every single way. But this one can sometimes, like, it has a more different kind of playstyle, and so if you like don't want to follow the meta, you can try it out. But yeah, I just think for the amount I spent on it, like I would say 30 or 40 divines, yeah, it's not good enough for that. I think maybe more. I think I spent 50 divines for it because the Grand Spectrum jewels are really expensive and I use them even though I shouldn't have. I should have like gotten some rare jewels which would have given me more damage but less consistency with crit and stuff. But yep. Anyways, as you can see, like I don't need to like take. I can do mapping just fine. Because like my totems freeze and kill everything. And let's see this. This is not a very big essence, but yeah, it will get instantly deleted with my totems. So yeah, this character is pretty good for totem harvest farming, those sort of things, because I do quite a lot of damage. It's just that you can't rush into mobs. Like you need to place your totems. That's just the playstyle. If you rush into a pack, you're gonna instantly die. You want to do it from a bit. See, like over there, I rushed into that pack. It was a small pack, and I still took quite a bit of damage. But yeah, if you get stunned or something, you just die. So you need to like place your totems and then shield charge, place, shield charge, place, shield charge. If you do this, it's a pretty easy and chill mapper, and also a pretty good bosser, I would say. So. Not all doom and gloom. Also, it looks really cool, the skill. Like if you have all your four totems going, it's like they charge up and they boom, hit the mob. And sometimes you can just like with the Baran over there, they didn't hit him at the same time. But if all of them hit at the same time, he would have instantly died. But I think, yeah, I messed up the initial setup for the boss. Anyways, I just want to quickly go over the items. I was thinking of doing a full showcase with the Elder Slayers, but yeah, I don't have all the maps required for it, and so I didn't bother. I don't want to bother trading for it. It's like super irritating. But anyways, Let me quickly go over my gear and how I've built this character to show like what you could do with Divine Ire Totems. I mean, I've gone about it in a very specific way. I think there are multiple ways to build this character. I've gone for like full conversion, and yeah, because you know with Inquisitor you get basically critical strikes, ignore enemy elemental resistances, so that way, yeah. Anyways, let me just quickly go over the gear. I've got 2 Call of the Brotherhoods. This is very converting all the lightning damage to cold damage, and I'm converting the lightning damage, which is automatically converted 50% over here, 10% over here, and 40% over here. So I've got 100% fizz to lightning conversion. And let me just turn on my Righteous Fire. So it's like the damage per totem over here. This is not the correct damage, but if you go to POB, it will show you around 4 million damage per totem. So overall, you've got like 16 million DPS. And this is like, I've pushed it quite a bit with my tree. I've gone for basically all damage nodes possible, taking very little life nodes, because the playstyle is basically you let your totems do the work and you stand behind. Yeah, I've got some suppression gear. Like normally over here for the chest piece you would go for something like the +2 corruption, but yeah, I didn't want to. Once I tried this build out for a bit and I noticed that it's got the potential is not that good for really high DPS, I stopped upgrading my character. So yeah, the wand or the dagger, I just went for +1 lightning and crit, and you want very high cast speed. You should like as close to T1 as possible, because each totem has to charge up before firing that beam, and that beam is the one that does the damage. It's all the damage. So right now my beam charges up are in around 1 second. You want it to be as close to 1 second as possible, so otherwise it feels terrible to play. That's why I'm using faster casting as a support link. Otherwise, yeah. So it's got Divine Ire, Spell Totem, faster casting, increased crit, hypothermia, and awaken added lightning. This one you can replace with Empower 4. It actually does more damage, because even though that 22 449 is a lot of lightning damage, we are getting most of our damage from conversion and from heat shiver, so this really doesn't make a big difference. So you should use Empower over here. The shield is one of the few expensive items on this build. It's got a +1 lightning, +1 max totems, and pretty good life, and it has like 30% increased reservation efficiency, so it's a pretty good shield. I think I bought this from somebody for 5 divines. I don't think it'll even sell, because nobody's playing lightning totems. So yeah, very specific to this build. And of course, Dragon Fang's Flight is like a requirement, so you need this. Yeah, on the belt I'm using Avoid Shock, and with the Jewel and with my Storm Shroud I have ailment immunity. You really need that, because with if you get ignited and stuff like that with such low health, yeah, you instantly die. So yep. Other than that, quickly going over you got Haste, Hatred, and Determination. Haste is for cast speed, and it's pretty good for movement speed also, but yeah. Hatred, because we are actually scaling cold damage the most, so Hatred is the best aura over here. And then Determination for some sort of defenses, like you need to be able to tank a few hits, otherwise it's just like, I could replace this with Wrath, but it's like, even you get a lot more DPS, but then you die pretty much every map. So yeah. You have cast and damage taken, Molten Shell again to help a little bit to survive. Your faster attacks and shield charge. And then I've got Enlighten and Petrified Blood. So these are your auras, and these are your auras on your life. You've got Arrogance, Herald of Purity, Vitality, and Precision. You need enchant for Petrified Blood on the Heat Shiver. So yeah, again, very specific items for this build. I think I have covered pretty much all the items over here. Boots are just basic res suppress boots. Same with gloves. on the gloves, you want one of them playsets to be convert to lightning damage, so that you have 40 over here, and then 10 over here, and then 50 over here, so you've got 100% conversion. Yeah, and over here you want to basically, we are freezing all mobs, even the bosses, even though they don't act as frozen. They are actually frozen because Divine Ire hits really hard and you freeze everything. So you're getting 130% basically extra damage over here. This is like a mandatory item. The build is built around basically this item and this item. So these two items are like mandatory, and everything else, and Call of the Brotherhoods. Everything else you can just swap, pick and choose what you want based on your budget. And going over the jewels that we have, since I'm Inquisitor, I needed to get Pursuit of Faith jewels from Forbidden Flesh and Flame jewels, because Pursuit of Faith 2, because you need it for you basically get the Hierophant node, and then I have Grand Spectrums, 3 of them, 1 endurance, 1 crit, and 1 another power charge. This gives me a lot of critical strike chance. Basically increases my crit from like something like 50% to like 75%. So it's like really important. And then I have got Storm Shroud for elemental ailment immunity. Yeah, and all of these jewels are like really expensive right now. Grand Spectrums, like, let me just check the endurance charge one. It's like so it's like 7 divines, so pretty expensive. Same with the power charge one is 4 divines, so like that's 11 divines just there. And this one is very cheap, so like 70 chaos ish. Yeah, anyway, so that's like 11 divines, and the Pursuit of Faith, these 2 jewels are like 10 divines each, so that's already 31 divines just in those jewels. And Storm Shroud is a few divines, I think it's 3 divines. And you have the Heat Shiver with the enchantment is 1 divine, and the shield was like 5 divines. Everything else is not too expensive on the character. It's basically this one was like 1 divine, this dagger is like 1 divine, this is 50 chaos, worthless, 60c. I just spammed some essences on a boot with Fracture Suppress, same here. And so that's the gear basically, and the budget for the gear. The tree is basically a crit totem tree, so you got your crit totem nodes over here, your totem placement speed over here, and you got your aura nodes here, because you are running so many auras. We need this and this and this reservation. So got your lightning nodes. Everything with cast speed you want to take cast speed, as much as cast speed as possible. Cast speed over here. You want to get this node because you want onslaught, that's like 20% cast speed. So other than that, I just come for some life, your normal damage nodes, nothing too special on the tree. But you want to go as much DPS as possible, because otherwise this is like a pure softcore build. If you won't survive in hardcore with this. You've got like 1.8k life. You've got Petrified Blood, so it's a lot more than that. But you can die quite easily to basically any boss mechanic. You need to be able to dodge it. Like with the Baran, I had to dodge pretty much all of his mechanics. If I would get hit by pretty much anything, I would die. But with the totem playstyle, it's super easy to dodge all mechanics, because you just place your totems and then you run around, and it's super easy playstyle. I have killed pretty much all bosses with this, done the invites. I've not killed Ubers, because I don't think so this character is capable of doing Ubers, because I don't have the burst to kill them fast enough, and then they just do too much damage, so I die. And my totems keep dying, so this character is not good for Ubers. So with the investment, I don't think so it's worth it, and especially if you can't do Ubers with 40 divines. But it's a very comfy mapping / bossing playstyle. So if you're doing formed runs, or if you're doing Elder Slayer runs, yeah, this character is like super easy to set up for that. But if you're going that way, I would just recommend you go Shockwave Totem. But the Dragonfly's flight for Shockwave Totem is 25 divines, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, this for Divine Ire is like 1 divine, so big difference. And Shockwave Totem, pretty much all items for that are super expensive right now because it's meta. So Shockwave Totem would cost you basically double this build, and a bit more than that, I think. So yeah, if you have like around 40 divines and want to make something that can do formed or Elder Slayer runs, this is a good build for it. And also it can do maps with yeah, I've got a lot of harvest juice from doing this character, because you just place your totems on the harvest plot and then you just walk away and everything dies. Same with essences, like as you saw, we just like insta murder all essences. And yeah, so anyways, you get the point. I've rambled on and on about this character quite a bit now, so I'll stop. And thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.